Shalom, 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 yasha'Allah. This your boy, Brother Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called, Can Any Hide Himself in the Secret Places That I Shall Not See Him? All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and His only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi. All right, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there laboring on the highways and on the hedges and on the unicorn, which is this internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom. All right, like I said, today's lesson is going to be called, Can Any Hide Himself in the Secret Places That I Shall Not See Him? All right, and just understand, the terror of Yahawashi is real. All right. And he, there's nowhere that you can hide that he can't get you. All right. And I just was looking at this article. It's from the LAD Bible. It says, chilling footage shows sharks surrounding children before dragging away swimmer feared dead. All right. So it says horrifying footage believed to have been taken moments before a shark attacked a swimmer has surfaced online. It says a frantic search remains ongoing for the man who was pulled underwater by a shark on Monday at Olga Beach in Hideth, northern Israel, in front of horrified witnesses. It says, however, search teams have found what they believe to be human remains. It says close to the site of the attack, police said, according to Whither News. It says beachgoers who were left stunned as they watched the unidentified block being dragged away by the shark moments after it had calmly circled a host of swimmers, including children. It says the shocking video shared to social media shows how the underwater predator got up close and personal with a pair of youngsters who were paddling in the sea. It says a girl and a boy were seen shrieking in both excitement and terror as they stood in knee-deep water while the shark swam between them and even brushed their legs as it made its way past. It says the predator is then seen heading back out to deeper water before it is said to have then launched a brutal attack on an unsuspecting swimmer. It is thought that the shark circled a number of people in the water yesterday without issue before it became aggressive and repeatedly sunk its jaws into a man. It says he was heard repeatedly shouting out for help and saying, "They're biting me," according to witnesses who also claim to have seen blood spurt into the water. It says, I was in the water, I saw blood, and there were screams. Bystanders Elijah Motaya told Net News, adding, I was a few meters from shore. It's terrifying. It says, we were here yesterday and saw the sharks circling us. It says another said that they saw the shark lunge at the bloke, explaining, we were just walking down to the water when we saw someone flaying in the sea, fighting a shark and trying to get away. It was hard to watch. It was chilling. We literally saw the shark attack him. I don't understand how the beach wasn't closed. It could have been me. All of us are traumatized. The man was reportedly dragged out to sea by the shark, with another witness telling Channel 12 News. After a few minutes, sharks bit him, and suddenly he disappeared. It says Olga Beach has since been shut until further notice, as well as other spots nearby, while black flags line the sand to signal the swimming is completely off limits. It says authorities have been searching for the man since the alarm was raised yesterday, leading to the discovery of possible human remains, which was announced this afternoon. It says it is understood that the remains have been sent to the National Center of Forensic Medical in Tel Aviv for identification and further examination. All right. It says a police spokesman said previously, a short time ago, police officers from Hadrea station were dispatched following a report from citizens who claimed to who have seen a shark attacking a diver in the water. We will continue to update according to developments. We call on public traveling in the area to avoid entering the water and coming into contact with sharks. It is feared the swimmer is now deceased after the extremely rare shark attack, which marks the fourth documented one in Israel's history, according to Whither. Sambar Dusky's sharks are known to frequent the area as they are attracted by the warm water and fish which are carried there via a nearby stream. The Israel Nature and Parks Authority shared a statement in wake of the incident. Authorities reiterates its warning against interacting with sharks and once again calls on public to avoid approaching them as they are protected animals. All right. So, and that's crazy, it's in Israel too, right? So man got snatched up and taken up out of here. All right. So I just want to get a couple of scriptures, right, to go with it. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. And this is just another example, man, of, the fear, that we should have of Yahawashi. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It says it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Okay. It's a fearful thing. Okay. Because you don't know, when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen. All right. And the Lord has, all types of, and I think I said it before, the Lord has all types of ways to get you. All right. There's nowhere that you can hide. All right. Let's get that real quick. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah chapter 23. And we will start at verse 23. Right? It says, Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 23, it says, am I the most high power at hand, saith Yahawashi, and not a most high power far off, right? Because he's present, right? When they say omnipresent, everywhere, okay? It says, can any hide himself in a secret place that I shall not see him, saith Yahawashi? Do not I feel heaven and earth, saith Yahawashi? So there's nowhere you can run, all right, at the end of the day, right? That's why it says in the book of Deuteronomy 32 and verse number 39, it says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All right? There's nowhere you can go to try to escape where Yahawashi is not going to get you. All right? In the ocean, right? He's got creatures, for you in the ocean, in the woods, right? At home, wherever. The Lord wants you, he's going to get you. But if he wants to wound you, he'll wound you. If he wants to kill you, he'll kill you. Point blank, period. Right? It says, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Okay? You can't. You can't escape Yahawashi hand. All right? And the Lord has spirits, that are ready, to do his will. All right? Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and Verse number 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. It says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. The teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. All right? And hey, like I say, the teeth of wild beasts, right? You got sharks, right? And what did they do? They circled around the kids. They didn't touch the kids, right? But they grabbed up a man, right? And dragged him out to sea and ate him. All right? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right? Let's get one more. Let's go to the book of Psalm. Psalm 139. And let's see. Verse number 7. It says, whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? Right? You can't. There's nowhere you can go or hide that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will not find you. Right? It says, if I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. All right? If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be a light about me. It says, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee, right? Remember, the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, So, the Lord is watching in every account, in everything. There's nowhere you can hide, all right? From the highest, points to the lowest points of the earth, all right? Even in the grave, right? Who's there? The Father of spirits, okay? There's nowhere that you can run or hide, when vengeances come, from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, all right? So I just wanted to do this quick lesson, right? Lord's will. This was edifying, right? It's a fearful thing. That's why it says the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is the first steps to being accepted of him. All right? You must fear him. All right? All right, so I just want to do this quick lesson. Like I said, Lord's will, this was edifying, right? With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Kol Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad, a mighty shalom to the 144,000 men, and to the rest of the elect. Stay diligent, stay focused, keep enduring, continue to fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have ruled well to the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. Almighty shalom. All right, and with that, shalom.